Senate President, you have criticized the gross incompetence, as you said, of Health Secretary Francisco Duque III. You've been very vocal about that, and you even backed the call of Senator Amy Marcos to abolish the IATF. No, but some of your critics are saying, why just stop there? Why not attribute the failure or the incompetence to the president himself? Because at the end of the day, the IATF and Secretary Duque all answer to the president. If the president doesn't call them out, they'll be continuing their incompetent ways.
Well, that's another level of issue. Let me go first to the issue where you said we have Senator Amy Marcos has called out for the abolition of the ATF, and I concurred. I said I agree. All right. You know, it's what do you call this? It's parang pareho rin yun ng ano eh, pareho rin yun ng mga it's a exasperation. Ganun lang yun. On my part, I don't know about Senator Marcos, on my part, like for example, di ba mayroong mga times na narinig mo yung kababayan natin, abolish na yung Congress na yan. Di ba? And then a lot of people agree. Oh, but is it possible? Can you do that? You change the Constitution. Ganun din naman sa IATF. As far as I'm concerned, it was a mere exasperation. So, sige na nga. Pero, you know, tongue in cheek. How do you do that? That's not easy to do. You know? Because the IATF was not created by Congress.
Yeah, it was created actually by the former president, Aquino, during
I think it was an executive order. So, ano lang yun, kumbaga sa on my part, it was mere exasperation on what's happening. So parang it's a wake-up call. You know,
so if
bottom line, it's a wake-up call to the IATF na teka muna, yung may mga kasama kayong hindi maganda kilos, parang gano'n. Ganun eh. That's why.
What can members of the IATF do?
Maganda the way Senator Recto put it eh. Kotse, hindi lang change engine, change oil, change driver. Parang ganun lang yun. Again, I assure you, even if you ask Senator Recto, it was said in exasperation.
Okay. So as Senate President, because we can't really change the composition of the IATF because may existing EO nga creating it, that it's precisely going to be formed by members of the cabinet. So what can they do to improve the response? Some are saying they should listen to health experts more.
Very good question, Mara. Correct. They should put in more doctors. That's the better call. Instead of abolishing the IATF, let us put in more doctors. They should listen to the Nurses Association, to the Philippine Medical Association. They should listen to them. They would know better on how to handle this pandemic, this epic pandemic.
But Senate President, you know, the long-time criticism also of the government is that our response to the pandemic is very militarized. So instead of putting in health experts, public health experts at the helm, we're putting in former military men. For example, our vaccine czar is General Carlito Galvez Jr. Do you think that we can attribute that to the problem that we have now, a military approach to a health problem?
No, I think Secretary Galvez or General Galvez is competent. I think he's a very good manager, and that's the head of the IATF as far as the vaccine czar is concerned. Management, hindi doktor ang kailangan doon, management. So okay lang yun. And then the other appointments, well, it's the president's call. He's the president. He was voted by the majority of our countrymen to be the president. So it's his call. It's his decision. Sino ang gusto niya ilagay doon. We can only voice out suggestions or criticisms or what have you. But that's about it. The buck stops with him.
SP, then do you think the president is also responsible for where we are now in the pandemic, the worsening of our pandemic response? Is the president also responsible for that, or do you think it's just the people that he assigned?
I would not go to that extent. I could not imagine any other president in the past that would be able to handle this pandemic
Hmm.
uh, the ideal way we would want it to be. You see, like for example, in the case of Vietnam, Taiwan, Singapore, um, they are not led by just a president. They are led by a government group or parliament. No? And the people follow. Why? Kasi pinoprosecute eh.
Hmm.
Di ba? Sumusunod sila sa lahat ng protocols. Kaya sila successful ngayon. Dito nga sa atin, ang nangyayari, ah, hindi hindi na po prosecute eh. Ano? At ng mga nagba-violate pa ang mga ibang government officials. So I will not go to that extent of saying the problem we're in now is because of the president. No, I don't think so.